G'day, today we're going to talk to you about things called margins and markups. Now, a lot of people get these things confused. First thing we've got is margin versus markup. And particularly when you're a retailer or someone who buys stuff and sells things, you need to be very, very aware of the margin or markup that you are doing. And a lot of people get them very, very confused, get that they interchange them. And I need to make the best decisions in your business, you need to understand the difference. Okay, so let's go through a simple example. Now, if we've got something which we've bought, our cost of the item is $100. Okay? Now, let's say we want to have a markup of 50%. Now, our markup of 50%, our markup of 50% means that we take 50% of that value and add it to it. So our sell price is then $150, okay? But our margin is only 33%. So this is where people get confused. They say, oh, I've got a huge markup, but it can actually be that your margin, what you keep, is not what you think it is, a 33% margin. People will talk about this because that's the hero number, but your margin, because your margin is your profit of $50 divided by your sell price. So what that is 50 on 150 equals 33%. Now, you can see here we're dealing with exactly the same numbers and in exactly the same scenario, but our markup of 50% and our margin is 33%. But people will often say, oh, I'm getting 50% margin. To get a 50% margin on this, to get a 50% margin, sorry, I'll put this up here. 50% margin, we would need to have on a sell price, we need $100 profit on, it'll have to be $200 sell price. So a 50% margin means that we're making a profit of $100. But a 50%, that markup equals a 100% markup. Okay, so you need to understand that that's a 50% margin, giving $100 profit. That's a 50% markup, giving $50 profit. And the margins are completely different and the markups are completely different. So when you talk about margin and markup, you need to understand what you're actually basing your calculations on. And it needs to be to get the highest margin you can, not the highest markup. Markups are, they're handy, they can give you some ideas, but we need to talk about margin because margins are the things that you actually keep. Markups are the things you talk about in the pub. So I hope that's helpful. We'll see you next one. Cheers.